Let me tell you of the days of high adventure.
Hi, I'm Kevin.
And I'm Eric.
And this is 6 Degrees of Schwarzenegger, the podcast where we take a long, hard look back at some of our favorite action movies from the era of Get Down, Arnold.
Schwarzenegger is the icon of the genre. And we're taking a deep dive into some of these 80s and 90s cult action movies, breaking them all the way down. All the way down.
Get down.
Oh, get down. It's not a tumor.
Welcome back. See, you're leaning to the Arnold.
That's right.
Embrace your inner Arnold.
Yes, exactly.
I feel like we've turned a page. We've rounded a corner. Eric's drinking something new.
That's right. I've moved on from wine. I'm drinking a Guinness now.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
And I've downshifted on my proof level, drinking some Eagle Rare single barrel, delicious. And we're talking Lethal Weapon, man.
We are talking Lethal Weapon. We're well into Act 2 at this point, nearly towards the Act 3 turn.
You blew my mind when you said so. I take it this is nostalgia talking.
Yeah.
You put Lethal Weapon 2 ahead of Lethal Weapon.
Yeah.
Now, is that do you like say I think it's a superior movie, or do you acknowledge it's like based on nostalgia reasons?
Absolutely based on nostalgia.
Okay.
I saw Lethal Weapon 2 first. I don't know why that was the case.
Look, I watched Rocky 2 and Rocky 4 probably 100 times before I ever saw Rocky.
Yeah.
And before I ever saw Rocky 3. So those have a special spot in my heart.
And so because of that, Lethal Weapon 2 I remember better than Lethal Weapon 1.
Okay.
I remember way more scenes like anyway, that's a different movie.
No,
we'll have to do it at some point.
I want to get to it.
Yeah, we'll get to it.
Yeah, for sure, because it's actually good, though.
It's great.
It's
still
good.
It's still a great movie.
It's like it's not as good as this one as a film, but it's still like better than your average action movie.
I agree. And so I think that has a lot to do with it, because so as a kid growing up, for whatever reason, Lethal Weapon 2 was what 89. Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
It was 89. I had seen Die Hard at this point, so like my cherry had been popped on R-rated movies.
Okay.
And we had HBO at my parents' house, and so I saw the full version
of Lethal Weapon 2 or
of
Die
Lethal
Hard?
Weapon 2,
Okay,
not the
Lethal Weapon 2.
TV version, like the actual version. And so I with all the violence and the boobies and everything.
Yeah.
And then I think that I went back and saw Lethal Weapon 1, but it was like the TV edit of it. And so I've always preferred Lethal Weapon 2 because in my memory of it, Lethal Weapon 2 is more violent. It's more,
That's some titties.
It's got some it's got some titties in it. And so, so there is a bit of like so many of these movies, the way I rank them has less to do. There's ranking them as a film versus ranking them as like emotional impact are very different things.
It had that toilet sequence.
Yeah. Oh my God,
amazing.
I love that sequence. And again, it goes back to the house. The house is always being blown up.
The house is always getting wrecked.
Yeah, exactly. And like I said, like when we did the top 5, number 1 was Die Hard, number 2 was Terminator 2. Those are the first 2 R-rated movies I saw in theaters, right? Like there is like something about that experience.
Yeah, man. I'm here for it, dude. This is a fucking seminal action flick.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. No shade to Lethal Weapon.
It revolutionized the genre. You could make a cop movie a film.
Yeah.
It's like good.
Yeah.
As opposed to like every whatever. There was a million fucking terrible flicks. I mean, there had to have been. Yeah. With like Chuck Norris movies and shit like that, where the acting is shit.
Yeah.
The plot is shit. This was a good one.
The other thing that I appreciated too is that it's not like the 70s gritty cop movies, right? It's not the French Connection.
This is an action movie.
Right. This is an action movie. featuring like everyday workaday cops. It's relatively grounded, all things considered, but it's still larger than life, and it's also a good movie. Like it's all of everything. The things. Yeah,
I don't know how Shane Black did it. 24-year-old ass.
Oh my god,
I'm jealous.
What
man.
A fucking talent.
Yeah, he hit the mother load like right off the bat. A young man.
I listened to an interview with him once, on a podcast, and the podcast host was like, "How do you do it?" Right? I mean, like basically that was the question. I mean, that's not actually what the question is, but that's basically what the question was. And Shane Black's like, I don't know. I just write shit. Like,
I see it, man.
Dude.
I've seen interviews with the dude where he's like, first of all, he says he reads like every fucking cop and detective novel.
That
comes out. He's like, those are so much better than movies.
Yeah.
You know, because you're like really getting into like someone's psyche and everything like that.
You have more words to do it, right?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it makes sense, right? But and then he's like, I just like take that all the good shit and I distill it into like movies and like give characters more depth than what people are used to, I guess. You know?
Yeah, and it's just that is a remarkable talent that like not everybody can do, right?
There's a million different ways to write a mystery story.
Oh, sure.
Like, and it's a fine line to write one that's not so simple that you can guess the ending, but not so complicated that it's hard to follow.
That is my problem with Glass Onion. Speaking of like recent murder mysteries, the mystery was too complicated by half, and that's what pulled me out of the movie. Right?
It can be like this is like so. The first 3 Bourne movies are fucking spectacular movies. And then they did the Bourne Legacy, the one with Jeremy Renner. And it was like, you know what? They just put too much plot in this. The beauty of the original 3 were they were so simple. But they kept you guessing still, but they were so simple. And then they made Bourne Legacy and it was so it was overly complicated. There were too many moving parts.
Yeah.
The more I watch it, the more I can appreciate it. But it takes repeat viewings for the story to make sense.
Right, exactly. I mean, but that's the thing. Like, you watch The Bourne Identity, you watch The Bourne Ultimatum, you watch it one time and you're like, oh, shit.
This is good.
This is good.
It's good. Right. I can follow it, but I can't predict it.
And another one I want to just do a quick shout out to because I rewatched it recently, Atomic Blonde. Yeah. I forgot how amazing that movie that was.
Yeah, solid.
And then, like, the twist at the end is so great and it doesn't feel artificial. It's like, oh, shit. I feel like I should have known that all along. Like, it's just another phenomenal movie, and it's another reason why I will always be in love with Charlize Theron.
Yeah, she's amazing.
Just unbelievable.
Yeah, it's a fine line you thread between being the perfect amount of convoluted, but not too convoluted.
Not too convoluted.
But not too simple.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's hard to do, man.
Yeah. And Shane Black does a great job.
This movie nailed it.
it.
And action movies usually aren't like that.
No.
They're usually like very cut and dry. Die Hard did a good job because it had a lot of like cat and mouse.
It did have, and then it had a great twist in the terrorism versus bank robber thing.
Isn't it crazy that we always call them the terrorists, but they are very adamant we're not terrorists.
We're not terrorists, we're bank robbers.
Who said we were terrorists?
Yeah, exactly. It's just, Anyway, Die Hard is that's a whole other podcast.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay. Anyway,
we're here for Lethal Weapon. Sum up where we're at right now.
You try to sum up this plot where we're at on Lethal Weapon.
So a prostitute kills herself. We introduced to Murtaugh and Riggs. Murtaugh is a consummate suburban guy, family, kids, very happy. Riggs is an unhinged loner living in a trailer off a beach. Wife died in a car accident. They get paired up through a confluence of events to work on this case of the prostitute suicide. Murtaugh's buddy is the prostitute's father. So there's like this connection here. As they're trying to work out and trying to find the prostitute's pimp, they go to a house with drugs. A guy shoots at him. They kill the guy.
Case closed.
Case closed,
right?
We think. Right. Yeah, exactly. Riggs and Murtaugh go back to Murtaugh's house. We get another couple of great scenes with the domestic life. Riggs is kind of envious of it, really loves it. But He's not satisfied with it. He thinks something else is up. So cut to the next morning, Riggs is, spooning Murtaugh in bed.
This is true.
Also a cup of coffee.
That's too accurate.
Yeah, exactly. And saying, hey, I thought of something. What if, and just hear me out, it was a prostitute we talked to earlier who was actually with Amanda on the night that she died.
Yeah.
So they go follow with her.
It was a murder.
It was a murder, right?
Yeah.
She's the one who drugged Amanda and killed her. So they go to check out the prostitute's house. It explodes. They're knocked down.
Kind of confirms the theory.
Right. So there's a bunch of kids who see all this happen. They interrogate the kids. One of the kids sees Riggs' skull snake dagger tattoo on his arm and goes, the guy who blew up the house had that exact same tattoo. And Riggs is like, this is a Special Forces tattoo. And Murtaugh says, what the hell have we gotten ourselves into here?
Yeah.
And that's where we are.
That's perfect, man. So later on, Riggs and Murtaugh, they drop by Amanda Hunsacker's funeral, I guess, which is a really quick funeral because I feel like it's only been a couple days.
Yeah.
There's no way the police would not have released the body.
Yeah.
Right. But they're at this amazing fucking house on a cliff. It's like at Palos Verdes or whatever. The house should be alone a dead giveaway.
Oh, yeah.
That this ain't no bank manager.
No.
You know what I mean?
No,
I think because it's supposed to be.
chance in
I
hell.
think it's supposed to be Michael Hunsacker's house.
Yeah,
right?
it is. It's not just
It's not the
house,
funeral
it's a whole
home.
fucking compound.
Yeah.
Like, it's huge.
They have a lawn with all the.
Tony Stark's house, for fuck's sake. Yeah.
So Riggs is going to wait outside while Murtaugh goes in and he presses Hunsacker to come clean. There's a little bit of a leap that was made off screen where I guess they figure Murtaugh knows more about Hunsacker than we know, which I guess is that, okay, so after the army, Hunsacker went and he was working with the CIA.
Right. And we learned this through exposition.
But there's still to come.
Right. Oh, yeah, that's right.
The idea, I guess, is that Murtaugh knows Hunsacker's background. And he's like, look, this can't be a coincidence.
Right.
Like that the dad was into some shady shit after the army, and now his daughter is getting killed, mixed up in some shit that seems like it's professional, mercenary style murders or something.
Right.
I don't know.
It's just this isn't normal. This isn't fucking normal. Yeah.
So Murtaugh's in there with Hunsacker, and he posits that Amanda wasn't killed over something that she was into, but because of something you were into.
Exactly.
And do you accept that leap that? Do you just roll with it, or you're like, this is quite a leap that's being made off camera?
I'm going to be honest with you. Until you asked me that question, it never occurred to me that this was too much of a leap.
Same. I'm
I mean, we can analyze and go, yeah, actually, we should feel like this is too much of a leap.
Okay, there's something bigger going on, but to leap straight to this is because of you, Amanda's dad.
But I guess the thing is I'm piecing this together as well, and I don't have any more information than Riggs and Murtaugh does.
But Murtaugh has knowledge we don't know about.
Right, exactly. But even with that, I'm like, yeah, okay, that does make sense. The fact that Amanda was murdered. And everything that's happened,
special forces,
right? Exactly.
Yeah, guy did it,
and so honestly, it never occurred to me that this was an unreasonable idea.
I guess it's not. And if you think about it in terms of Murtaugh probably knows more about Hunsacker than we, the viewer, know.
Yeah.
Then I guess it's reasonable.
I think because this all happened so fast, I don't have time to think about the chronology of us as a viewer watching it, because we're about to find out how much Murtaugh knows.
Right. Yeah,
right, exactly. And so this all happened so quickly that it never bothered me, because by the time I had enough time to go, hey, wait a second, that's a big logical leap. It's already been revealed to us that Murtaugh knows more than us.
Yes.
Right.
So
anyway.
basically he accuses Hunsacker that you must be mixed up in some shit, and that's why your daughter got killed. And Hunsacker denies it. And there's this nice moment where Hunsacker reaches into his blazer, and Murtaugh is like, "Hey, keep your hands where I can see him." And he says, "Hey, take it easy." And he's like, "Fuck easy." And Murtaugh's really fucking mad at Hunsacker.
Yeah.
I didn't get that watching it as a kid, but he's fucking pissed off.
Well, because he knows
Hunsaker.
he's been manipulated.
You've been lying to me. You haven't been honest from the get-go.
Yeah.
So
you've been using this "I owe you" thing against me as a manipulation tactic. Like, what the fuck,
you
dude?
could have
Stop
told me who
gaslighting
killed.
me.
You could have told me who killed your daughter.
Yeah, from
a
the
couple
very
days
fucking
ago.
beginning. Yeah,
Whatever.
exactly. I'd be fucking pissed off too.
Yeah. So Murtaugh theorizes that Hunsaker, you'd been trying to reach me because you were planning to blow the whistle on all this shit. He's like, hey, tell me if I'm wrong. And Hunsaker like stays quiet.
Silence is guilt.
Murtaugh pleads with him. He's like, please, help me catch the guys that killed your daughter. And Hunsaker says, I've got another daughter. You're not going to be able to protect her. And he's like, says, you don't know these people. And Murtaugh says, well, acquaint me with them, which is such a well-written scene.
Yeah.
So Hunsaker's like, look, it goes all the way back to Vietnam. He says, after the army, I wound up working with a group called Air America, which was like, first of all, that's a fucking Mel Gibson movie.
Yeah, it is.
Made about this. But also, I assume this is stuff that Murtaugh probably was sort of aware of, and that's how this leap was made.
Right? Yeah.
That's how he pieced this together. But yeah, Air America was like the CIA operated sort of system of like clandestine air transportation. Like, we move people, we move drugs, we move like military equipment into areas that we shouldn't be to help supply people that we shouldn't be supplying and stuff like that. So Hunsaker says, this was a CIA front. I was part of a unit called Shadow Company. It was a bunch of trained killers. And actually, Shadow Company was like the name of the very first script that Shane Black ever wrote.
Wow.
That never got made.
Wow.
But it sounded very much like Universal Soldier in that it was like this group of Vietnam soldiers who got killed and then through like government experiment got like reanimated as sort of like zombie killers or whatever and like terrorized this town. Or whatever, and I'm like, that's kind of Universal Soldier, but okay.
It's weird that the idea of Vietnam vets, KIAs, being resurrected in some capacity is a trope because there's an X-Files episode that deals with this exact thing. Yeah, it's called Sleepless, and we won't go into it. You know me. Like it's always a matter of time before I start talking about the X-Files.
No,
so I'm not gonna go into it. But yeah, the X-Files has an episode like along those lines.
But so Hunsaker says, we were ordered to bust up the Viet Cong's heroin pipeline that they were using to fund the war, and we wrecked the distribution network. We killed everybody. And then they also came up with a plan, which was once the war was over, we're going to get back together. We're going to start smuggling heroin into the United States because we still had that distribution network. Like we knew where to get heroin from. So we bring in 2 major shipments a year, he says. It's like a pretty compelling story and one that's largely based in fact because Air America did get mixed up in like drug smuggling.
I know a guy. Well, he passed away, unfortunately, because he's a great guy. He was actually stationed in Saudi Arabia during like that era of time. And he was in the military, but where he made all of his money was he would smuggle booze into Saudi Arabia because booze is illegal in Saudi Arabia.
For soldiers or for just Saudis?
Just for Saudis.
Okay.
And then he would smuggle hashish out of Saudi Arabia because hashish is illegal in Saudi Arabia.
Okay.
And he made all of his money as a drug smuggler, effectively.
Wow.
Working for the military. He would send his entire military paycheck back home because all of his actual money was made as a drug smuggler.
That's nuts.
Isn't that wild?
Yes.
Like, this is a real thing. This was like a neighbor of mine.
Oh, yeah. No, I know like people were bringing like crazy amounts of like heroin and shit out of Afghanistan because they're like, that's like the number one crop or whatever, like growing like poppies and shit.
Anyway,
that's fucking wild. Yeah, no. What's old is new again.
Yeah.
But so Hunsaker, he grabs a carton of eggnog because it's Christmas after all.
It's Christmas.
Party nog. Party nog.
Oh, that's right. I remember calling it party nog. That was amazing.
There was like a shit ton of eggnog on this table, like 20 cartons of eggnog. It's like, is this like the post-funeral?
Who is drinking all of this eggnog?
We're going to spike all this eggnog and get hammered after a funeral? But so he says, the show is being run by former CIA and military people. They're using hired mercenaries. Murtaugh wants to know if he was, if you were wanting out of this, why did they kill Amanda? Why not just kill you? And he says, well, no, they need me alive and cooperating because I'm laundering the money through my bank, which actually makes a fucking shit ton of sense.
Yeah.
He's like, this is big business. And Murtaugh's like, not anymore. I'm going to burn it down. And then Hunsacker's like, that suicide, these people are trained expert killers, which was always like a super memorable line to me for some reason.
Okay.
So then Murtaugh's like, I want you to tell me everything you know about the whole setup. And Hunsacker says, I got a family to think about. I'm in this too deep. And then on cue, a helicopter appears outside the window. Mr. Joshua's got like a sniper rifle. He shoots Hunsacker
right through the chest.
Dead ass through the window, through his chest, through the eggnog carton.
Yeah.
And like, it was a pretty fucking memorable kill.
I guess Hunsacker wasn't as indispensable as he thought he was.
So then the helicopter goes flying off. Riggs like empties the clip into the helicopter as it's flying off.
Reloads.
I feel like
and empties another round.
Another clip.
Yeah.
And I feel like even when the helicopter was like way far away, he probably got some hits in because he's like
one or
such
two.
a good shot.
Yeah.
It really fucked up the somber mood of the funeral though. All of this. So Murtaugh's over Hunsacker's body. He's like, heroin, you got off easy, son of a bitch.
Yeah.
I think he was like legit pissed at Hunsacker.
I mean, look, the guy was fucking gaslighting him about why he wanted these guys to be dead.
Yeah.
And he was putting Murtaugh and, by association Riggs into the line of fire.
And by association, Murtaugh's whole family.
Right. Because he's a fucking coward. Yeah. It's just like, I'd be fucking pissed, dude. I mean, fuck this guy.
So Riggs is shooting off at the helicopter. Murtaugh comes running out there. Murtaugh's like, are you through? And Riggs says, I haven't even started. Now, as the helicopter flies off, Mr. Joshua
clearly 80 yard.
Oh, yeah.
Because the guy in the helicopter is not moving his lips.
It is not Gary Busey, probably. No. So he radios back to the general as they're flying off. He tells him, that he killed Hunsacker, but not before Hunsacker talked to the cops. And the general's like, so the police may know everything? And he's like, yeah. And he's like, Joshua, I think it's time we turned up the heat, which is another like solid line.
Yeah.
So the general's like, all right, come back to the lair or whatever. And this is like the thing where Joshua was dressed so preppy. He had like the deep V-neck sweater on.
Yeah.
Like he just come from a fucking croquet match or some shit. But later on, it's rainy. Riggs and Murtaugh are canvassing, I guess, Dixie's old turf. It's kind of weird. They seem to be looking for Dixie's pimp.
Yeah.
They're like, we're looking for the guy who had this girl in his stable. I guess because, what else do they have at this point other than maybe the contracting Dixie to kill Amanda went through her pimp?
They're grasping at straws right now.
That's how I feel about it.
But I do want to pause. So we have done so many movies that are based in LA.
Yeah.
That are like in the summertime.
Okay.
And it rains for no reason.
Yeah.
It never fucking rains in the summer in LA. Never in
December you get rain,
in
right?
December you get a lot of rain. So I just wanted to call out
that
it's accurate. Like this is a movie where it will actually rain in December in Los Angeles. So I just wanted to call that out. In fact, it's raining down there right now.
There was a time I was out there in January and it was raining. It was like MLK weekend.
November to
rainy.
February is the rainy season.
Yeah. So Riggs, he's like talking to a prostitute as this car rolls up. Mr. Joshua's like hanging out the window, shoots Riggs in the chest with a shotgun. Riggs is like thrown backwards through a shop window, breaks the glass.
Classic ignoring physics entirely.
Oh yeah, the place is all done up for Christmas too because it's Christmas time and all that.
Yeah.
And then Mr. Joshua speeds away. There's like a big smile on Mr. Joshua's face. And I'm like, I was wondering, how did he find them here? Maybe they have like people they were like shadowing them. I don't know.
Well,
it's a little bit of a leap, but
So I feel like
they're experts. They're like intelligence, like spy.
We can just
type.
assume then.
Sure.
But they hired Dixie to kill Amanda, obviously, as a threat to Hudsucker, right?
Yeah.
So they
Did you say Hudsucker?
Did I say Hudsucker?
The Hudsucker proxy.
Yeah. Okay.
Hunsacker.
Sorry, I'm a little tipsy right now. So they obviously know Dixie's pimp. So her pimp probably
I'll buy it.
called them. Was like, hey, I got cops snooping around
I buy
the
it,
corner,
man.
right? Like
Even
that's what
if-
I'm thinking.
Even if Mr. Joshua was a pro,
yeah,
like I could see him being like, yeah, we just had some people shadow them.
yeah. Well, that's true too. Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
whatever. I mean,
there's
I
a
buy it.
million reasonable explanations
I
on
buy
why
it.
he found him. Yeah,
So Murtaugh, he runs over to Riggs, rips his shirt open. Riggs is wearing a bulletproof vest, of course.
yeah.
Then Riggs, I guess he got knocked unconscious or something through this. Either he hit his
guess-
head
like, hit
or
his
whatever,
head,
knocked
right,
the wind out of him.
yeah.
But he snaps awake. He's fucking ready to kill somebody. Riggs says, oh, I'm pissed. Now I'm pissed. And on TV, the version I watched was like, and now I'm miffed.
Oh, my
I'm
God,
really miffed.
Really?
Like, really is pissed that
Wow.
bad? But whatever. So Murtaugh gets him up, starts helping him back to the car. Riggs is saying, you know, that guy who shot me, that's the same albino jackrabbit son of a bitch that did Hunsacker. It was a bizarre insult.
I don't
But-
know. There's a lot to unpack there, and we just don't have time for this.
Yes. So Murtaugh's like, are you sure? He's like, I'm sure, man. I never forget an asshole.
That is another loaded statement.
Well, the version I watched is like, I never forget an airhead.
Oh,
Which is a
God.
bizarre line. It's even more bizarre.
Yeah.
But Riggs is like, you know, look, if we play our cards right about this, we could get famous busting these guys. He's like, we can do shaving ads and shit. Money, girls. And then Murtaugh's like, with our luck, we'd be doing forest lawn commercials.
Which is such a like inside baseball joke.
yeah.
Forest Lawn is a graveyard.
I meant it
in
meant
Los
nothing
Angeles.
to me, and I Googled it, and I was
Right.
like, it's almost like a franchise of cemeteries.
It is, and it's where a ton of celebrities are buried.
Yeah.
And it's always packed because people are walking around the cemetery
Yeah.
taking photos of like, you know, celebrities' graves.
Sure.
And that's where Liberace's tomb is. So like
Okay.
you've heard in like it was Wayne's World or some comedy movie talking about Liberace's tomb. It's real, and it is in Forest Lawn Cemetery. I've been to Forest Lawn Cemetery.
So the idea is that we're gonna get killed. And
We're gonna get
they're gonna
killed.
use this to like advertise
Yeah.
cemeteries.
I heard that joke and I chuckled and went, I wonder how many people
Yeah.
actually
No,
understood what that was.
I didn't get it at all.
Yeah.
I Googled. I was like, "What is forest lawn?" And
Yeah.
it's like, yeah, but there's forest lawn cemeteries in a lot of towns.
Yeah.
I guess
yeah.
it's like a franchise of cemeteries.
But the
the
one
big ones
that,
in LA though.
the big one's in LA,
Yeah.
and that's the one that everybody knows of because, like, I think Cary Grant's there.
Oh yeah.
Like, I mean, like, I think even like Marilyn Monroe's buried there or something.
No, it said it's like a tourist destination.
It's a tourist destination.
Yeah.
There's all these celebrities who are buried underground, and they've got these fans like walking around. I mean, I'm guilty too. I've done the tour of Forest
Yeah.
Lawn. So,
No, it's amazing.
but anyway,
I didn't get it until I Googled it.
right.
I went, okay.
I got the joke, but it's just like how many people like got this joke? Anyway,
So Riggs is like, no, we have the advantage now because they think that I'm dead.
right, which
And
is like,
Murtaugh
all right,
was like, I really don't know how that's supposed to work, but sure.
sure,
okay.
let's use it, and it
Be-
works.
Before we have too much time to think about it,
Yeah, let's move on.
a call comes in on the radio requesting that they respond to a homicide call, like a white teenage male.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Murtaugh's like, get someone else to do it. And they say, you know, the call's just a few blocks from your house, Sarge. And they give an address that's in Santa Monica.
Yeah,
And it's like, that neighborhood where Murtaugh's living ain't Santa Monica.
ain't Santa Monica.
Santa Monica's like a grid, like there's no yards. It's like wall to wall
Yep.
houses.
Yep, there is no lawns in Santa Monica.
But so they say, Murtaugh's like, yeah, sure, he's probably blonde with big dimples. And the person on the radio on dispatch is like, how'd you know that, Sarge? And Murtaugh's like, oh shit, like I think the description matches my daughter's boyfriend.
Yeah, I think we skipped over this because when they're on the boat, he's like, oh, you're going to go hang out with that boy with the holes in his face.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
Rihanna goes, those are dimples, Dad.
Right. So it's been established Chekhov's dimples.
But like coming back to the present, I have to like, did he die with a smile on his
Well,
face?
did the person who called in the call be like, he's got big
You know
dimples?
what I mean, like,
He's got big dimples.
I get the moment.
As
but
a movie moment, it's good,
it's good.
but logically,
Just don't think about it.
Yeah, you can't think about it too much.
Yeah.
But so, yeah, they fly out of there to get home. you got to think they just left the scene of like a shooting,
major crime.
They left the prostitute, whatever they were talking to. Yeah, but yeah, they're gone. I do believe if he felt like his family was at risk, I feel like it would happen.
I buy it.
So Riggs and Murtaugh, they charge into his home, guns drawn, all's quiet. There's like a letter that's been slipped through the mail slot or whatever. Murtaugh opens it up to confirm that, bad guys got Rianne. The note said, your daughter looks really pretty naked.
I'm like,
that's fucked up.
What?
And there was like a Polaroid.
Oh my God, dude.
I'm like, holy shit, this is like just turned weird.
Yeah.
They stripped her down. Do you think the Polaroid was her naked?
I think that in the original viewing, people couldn't see what was on that paper, I guess. That was like, I read that. I'm like,
holy
whoa.
shit. That's wild.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Trish, the wife, the mom, shows up at the top of the stairs. They both aim their guns at her. And then the other kids pop out. And Trish is like, what's going on? She tells the kids to get back in your rooms. It's good work from Darlene Love.
Oh, yeah. She's great.
She was good in that scene.
She's great in all of the movies.
Yeah. So Murtaugh doesn't answer, but it seems like Trish must already have suspected what's going on because she starts crying on the stairs. The phone rings. It's Mr. Joshua. He says, you have a very beautiful daughter.
Yeah.
Which is creepy. He tells him, wait by the phone for more instructions.
So I will say that this is the point at which the plot starts getting thin to me.
Okay.
About why they need Riggs and Murtaugh alive. Why they were so willing to kill Riggs, but then keep Rianne alive. Like every moment after this, it's just like, I don't understand why they're not just killing everybody.
Yeah.
Right. Like, so that did jump out at me. I'm gonna acknowledge that. And like move on beyond it.
Yeah. We could try to steelman it. I mean, on the surface, I get they want to know what the police know. Mr. Joshua knows that Murtaugh was the one talking to Hunsaker. Right. Riggs wasn't there.
Riggs wasn't right.
But, I mean, Murtaugh probably told Riggs everything that he would have heard.
But as far as he's aware, Riggs is dead.
He thinks Riggs is dead.
Taken care of. But okay, so this is my problem. Why didn't they kill Riggs and Murtaugh?
Right.
Why did they kill Riggs and then kidnap Murtaugh's daughter?
Because we want to get the dirt from Murtaugh.
So we need to keep one of them alive, right? So I'm steelmanning right now.
Yeah, no, I get.
We kill one of them, so we have to deal both of them. Keep one of them alive. The one who has a family, so he has more to lose.
Okay.
So we kidnap his daughter.
He's going to tell us everything.
And then we'll kill them.
And then we'll kill everybody.
Right, exactly.
We just need to know if our network's been compromised.
How much has it been compromised?
Sure.
Okay. That's a reasonable steelman.
But it's like they're going through a lot of trouble.
Exactly. It's gotten very complicated all of a sudden. And also, I want to shout out to Rianne's boyfriend, murdered in cold blood, and we never hear about this character ever again.
That's true. We never got to see him.
Don't even get to see his beautiful
He never got a
dimples.
screen appearance.
Nope.
I was picturing what's dude's name? Mario Lopez.
Oh, I was
like a blonde Mario Lopez.
I was imagining Gunter from The Simpsons with his lederhosen.
Holy shit. That's crazy. But yeah, what he calls, he says, wait by the phone. We're going to tell you what to do. Murtaugh's in shock. Riggs looks very determined. I think to him in his mind, the Murtaugh family is my family now.
Yeah, agreed.
So I'm fucking, this is personal.
Yep, this is my fucking daughter that you took. Yeah.
Yeah. So
or niece, not daughter, niece.
So now Mr. Joshua, then he calls the homicide desk posing as a news station. And he asks, there was an officer involved shooting tonight. What can you tell me? He says he's from KCOP, which is K-Cop, but that actually was that's actually a real station.
Oh, what? Oh,
it seems too good to be true, but it's a real station. But yeah, the detective on the phone says, Officer Martin Riggs was shot and killed, which is way more information they would give out.
Nope, never give that over the phone.
Not that quickly.
No,
not. You feel like they're still notifying next of kin.
We are not discussing active cases right now. Yeah.
But so Mr. Joshua is very pleased, as is the cop who's I pulled one over on him.
I am a true 80s man.
It gets a little fuzzy from this point on about how involved are the police,
right?
The rest of the police.
I feel like at this point we are rushing to the end a little bit.
Yeah.
And the the plot and the motivations get a little sloppy.
Yeah.
But that's okay. I'm willing to forgive it.
There's a thing in the final act that makes no sense, but we'll talk about that later.
Talk about that, yeah.
So Mr. Joshua tells the general that Riggs is gone, and the general wants Murtaugh taken alive so they can interrogate him, I guess. Right? He wants to find out what the police might know about their operation.
Right.
Which I feel like at least that makes a little bit of sense. So many times in action movies, they want to keep the good guy alive for reasons that make no sense.
No reason. Right.
Yeah. So Mr. Joshua, he's skeptical that Murtaugh is going to talk, but the general's confident. He's like, we got his daughter. He'll talk.
I mean, at least Joshua acknowledges this, right? So it helps ground it a little bit because at least someone within the fiction of the world is going, I don't know if this is going to work.
Yeah, yeah. Later on, there's a police cruiser like patrolling outside the Murtaugh house, which would lead one to believe that they've involved the rest of the police.
Exactly.
They know about the kidnapping.
Right. So you would think, and this is again,
they're not going to let them just go and do their own shit.
So this is, I think, where the plot gets a little sloppy.
Yep.
By this point, there is a coordinated action because the detective at the police station is in on it.
Yes.
So we've got to believe that.
Yeah, it's a little odd at this point, but
yeah.
Riggs and Murtaugh, they're inside. They're devising a plan. Riggs and Murtaugh, they agree there's like no scenario in which they're going to let Rianne live.
Yes, which is accurate.
Yeah. Like, if we want her back, we're going to have to take her back.
Fair.
We got to take her away from them.
Fair.
So Riggs, like, we got to do this my way, which means, like, we shoot to kill.
Highly illegal, but I get it.
And he says, we're going to get bloody on this one, Roger, which was always, like, a super memorable line.
Yeah.
And then Murtaugh's like, are you really crazy or are you as good as you say you are? And Riggs is like, you're going to have to trust me.
Yeah.
It's very, like, effective at the building the tension, the suspense, the anticipation.
Mm-hmm.
So the phone rings, and the voice on the other end tells them, come to the dry lake in Victorville.
Yeah.
At dawn or whatever.
Which is, I feel like we've seen this location in a million movies.
Yeah. So he's like, we don't want Rianne. We just want to know what Hunsaker told you. So be there, whatever. So the next morning, Murtaugh's like driving the family station wagon out there through the desert. This is like, I picture this is where the ending of Psych 7 happened.
Yes.
Somewhere out here.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he pulls off, Riggs bails out with his rifle, and he goes running off into the desert.
It's a great little moment, like their drive, and then the guy hops out of the car. I don't know if it was actually Mel Gibson, but he's fucking booking it. Like,
yes.
It's not a fake movie run. Whoever hopped out of that car is at a dead sprint.
Apparently, this rifle that he had was some sort of like $10,000 like German rifle. There was only like 2 of them in the United States at that time.
Holy shit.
They wanted something unique or whatever. I don't know.
I mean, it was a unique weapon.
But yeah, he sprints out into the desert to like take his position with his rifle. Murtaugh, meanwhile, drives on. He stops in the middle of this vast open space. Far off in the distance, we can see there's like several vehicles approaching. There's a limo, an SUV, and a helicopter.
This was a pure movie moment.
Oh, it's amazing visuals.
It's amazing visuals, but it made absolutely no sense from a logic standpoint.
So Riggs, he's taken position. He's watching through his scope as this caravan reaches Murtaugh. There's a bunch of armed gunmen. They all jump out of all the cars. The helicopter's like circling around overhead. I mean, there was this awesome, like, long continuous shot of the helicopter.
What a flight.
Like an aerial shot of the other
10
thing
feet
flying
off the ground.
and circling around and landing and guys jumping out and everything like that. They're all in suits. It's crazy to me the general makes them dress so nice. But Murtaugh is now surrounded. So he says he wants to see his daughter, and then he'll come quietly. Now, Mr. Joshua, who's like still in the limo, instructs Rianne to get out and show herself. So she pops out. Murtaugh's relieved that she's, I guess, still alive. He tells her that everything's going to be all right. The mouthpiece guy has popped out for the bad guys. He's like, we'll release Rianne if you come with us. That was like, guy had a weird, like muddled accent. Guy looked just like Paul Schaefer from Letterman. So Murtaugh's like demanding you let her go now.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, yeah.
And the dude's like, no. He's like, take your hands out of your pockets. And Murtaugh does that, but he's like shows he's got a grenade in his hand. So the plot is thickened. Mr. Joshua pops out of the limo. The guy calls to Mr. Joshua, he's got a grenade. And he's like, nah, he's bluffing. He would never risk hurting his own daughter. And Murtaugh's like, if she's going to die, she's going to die with me, my way, not yours.
Which is like,
I actually buy that.
That's unhinged, but yeah, desperate
well, I'm
man.
not going to like rape her or whatever.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Like,
yeah. No. You're right. I agree.
But Riggs, he's there with his rifle, but he can't get a clear shot at Mr. Joshua.
Step to the left.
Yeah, he's like trying to like will him like telepathy or whatever. By Lethal Weapon 4, they do have like a telepathy in place. And but Mr. Joshua was like urging Murtaugh, recognize the situation, come peacefully, look at the hardware. Fucking Sven Ole Thorson was there. He's one of the goons,
right.
man.
That's right.
He's like, look at the firepower. You're grounded. Riggs is gone. Put the pin back in the grenade. And Murtaugh's like, you come any closer and we all die. And Mr. Joshua's like, no, I don't think so. And pulls out a gun, shoots Murtaugh on the shoulder. With the grenade that he drops, it's like a fucking spectacular shot.
Yeah.
He just grazed his shoulder.
Arm. Yeah.
Murtaugh softly like lobs the grenade in their direction, and then he hides behind his car. Murtaugh pulls out his gun. He shoots a couple of the guys by the helicopter. I love that he hasn't been introduced yet, but fucking Endo was there.
Yeah, and
he was one of the dudes by the helicopter.
Yep.
He's hiding out behind the thing. He probably should have been elsewhere, like whipping that band into shape to play tonight. But he's out here in Victorville for the big like shootout or whatever. So Murtaugh, he hides behind his car. The grenade explodes, but it's a smoke grenade.
Yeah.
And then now Riggs starts shooting guys.
Yeah.
Fucking
boom,
nothing
boom,
but
boom,
like nothing
boom,
but shots
boom.
straight in the heart.
Drops them one bullet each.
Yeah, man. He shoots the guys on either side of Rianne.
Yeah.
Mr. Joshua's like, damn it, it's Riggs. Which is like such a fucking great movie moment.
Yeah.
How far out he is, we don't know. He's got to be a half a mile
At
away,
least.
a mile.
At least.
Riggs keeps shooting dudes, hits the driver of the limo like right in
Through
the
the
head,
fucking
through the windshield.
Yeah.
Killer. Murtaugh yells for Rianne to get in that limo and drive. She's panicked. She's sort of like, she pushes the corpse of the driver over.
I feel like adrenaline is completely taken over for her at this point.
Oh, yeah.
So she's not processing what she's doing, right? She's just like reacting. And so I actually found it really believable that like she would just be following commands.
Yeah.
Right. Like fight or flight, and she chooses fight. Yeah, of course. She's Murtaugh's daughter. Of course she's going to.
Right. She gets in. She starts driving. Some other bad guy jumps on the hood of the car, and Riggs shoots that guy.
Mm-hmm.
Riggs finally has a clear shot at Mr. Joshua, but right before he can shoot him, the general is there. He's got a gun to Riggs's head. He's like, "Don't try it, son. You're not that fast." I don't know. Knowing the Riggs that we know, I feel like he still would have like. I got a chance to kill Joshua. I don't care if I die, and I don't care if I get killed.
Right. Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
But he doesn't do that. He stops shooting. The general takes him hostage. The general radios back to Mr. Joshua. You got Riggs captured. Joshua signals for the helicopter to go after Rianne. The remaining bad guys are just pumping Murtaugh's car full of bullets.
I mean, at least it's believable.
Yeah.
Like it just bullet holes are going into it, and it doesn't
destroy
immediately explode.
They destroy that car.
Yeah.
Finally, the car does like catch fire.
Eventually. Yeah.
And Murtaugh runs away from it, and the bad guys are like sort of shooting around his feet as he's running off.
I love that their accuracy fails when they need Murtaugh to have plot armor. I thought that.
Do you think they were trying to kill him?
Oh, I guess
I thought they were
right.
trying to get him to stop.
I guess you're right. I was thinking that like, wow, what bad aim they have. And then when he stops and puts his hands over his head, I realized, oh no, they're just trying to get him to
They wanted to take him alive.
Right. No, yeah, I think you're right.
But yeah, they take him captive. When he like puts his hands up over his head, like you can sort of feel the pain of his like wounded shoulder or whatever.
Yeah.
But so the general's walking Riggs back over to the others. Riggs, he like recognizes the guy. He's like, "You're General Peter McAllister, Commando Shadow Company." And the general says, so I see we've heard of each other.
There's some history here.
Well, apparently in the script, like it was that Riggs was like a Vietnam legend, like for having like this insanely high body count or whatever, that everybody in Vietnam had heard of Martin Riggs before or whatever. But that was like cut out when they were trying to like lighten the script up a little bit. That he's just like, because honestly, it makes no sense if this is like a kill happy guy that he like landed on the police, that he's got a job.
Yeah.
It's like,
this is a guy who goes into a PMC.
You're
right?
a legendary,
Yeah.
Riggs is like, it's almost going to be a shame when I nail you.
He says, which is like, okay.
He's like, I ran into some of those Shadow Company pussies in Saigon and about 69. Which, okay, so how old is Riggs? Now 69 he was in service?
They said 19. He said he was 19 when he was in Nam earlier in the movie.
So if he was 19 and 69, then...
So this is 87. So he was 20 and 70.
18 years later?
So
he'd be like
he was
36?
He would be 37.
37?
At this movie.
Okay.
I guess so. That's why
they talk about him like he's a kid.
Yeah.
But I mean, he's like almost middle-aged. I mean,
he's 37, 38 in this movie. He's
right.
verging on middle age. Yeah.
But yeah, because I don't feel like, even if you're like a prodigious killer, I don't feel like you go straight into special forces.
No.
I feel like you distinguish yourself, and they're like, this guy's a fucking great shot or whatever. And yeah, that, I guess it all adds up. But yeah, he's like late 30s.
Late 30s. Yeah.
So he's walking him back in. Meanwhile, the helicopter is like caught up with Rian in the limo. It starts sort of like banging the skids down on top of the car.
Yeah.
It's like almost like landing on top of the fucking limo. I swear to God, I was watching my Blu-ray and like fucking Al Leong Indo was inside the chopper on those shots.
I want to believe that he was.
He's a stuntman, but it's crazy that you go to that level of detail.
Yeah.
Because watching it on film in '87,
you would not
never.
No, I would have seen it.
Never noticed who's in there, but it was fucking Al Leong in the chopper.
I love Al Leong. Yeah.
I feel like also doing this, you're way more likely to crash this helicopter than you are to stop that car.
I just like. I was having trouble conceptualizing what the pilot was thinking. Like, well, the general told me to stop this car.
We're just going to intimidate her.
Yeah, we're just
going to
try to intimidate her. Yeah, exactly. And it works.
I guess, well, she sort of crashes the car into like a sand dune.
Yeah,
or
exactly.
a ditch or something.
And so she abandons the car.
Yeah, she bails out, but they snatch her right up. The plane has gone to shit.
Everything's falling apart.
But I don't know if this plane was ever going to work.
No.
I don't know. Maybe the bad guys showed up with a lot more guys than they were sort of expecting that they would have.
I mean, look, Riggs killed a shitload of them.
He did, and it didn't work.
Right.
I don't know. But anyway, that's where we'll end this chapter, though. They've been captured. They're in the bad guys' clutches now.
That's right. We have finished Act 2. We are moving into the Dark Night of the Soul, slowly moving into Act 3.
Yeah, man. We got just one more chapter to go.
One more chapter of Lethal Weapon. I'm going to be sad to see it go. This has been a
Merry Christmas, Happy New Year's.
Yeah,
I'm
definitely.
Not sure.
We're definitely past Christmas at this point.
At this point, I think so.
Yeah.
If my math is correct.
Yeah.
So, man, thanks so much for listening.
Absolutely.
If you're loving what you're hearing, tell your friends.
Always.
We want to build a community of like all the dudes who watched all these same flicks.
We can't wait to be popular enough to start putting ads in our podcast.
We want ads, man.
We want to make you hate us.
At least free beer.
Yeah. Send us booze.
This shit ain't cheap. I don't know. But no, sincerely though, thanks for listening.
Absolutely.
Drop us a line on social media or
we
share
will
us,
respond, I guarantee
whatever.
it.
Yeah, and until next week,
we'll be back.